So that 2 meters per second that they're just starting with, they're saying going from 2 to 0.
Yeah.
I think it'd probably be more realistic to be going like 7 to 5.
Yeah, something like that.
Or something, yeah.
So STEM education is an abbreviation for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics education, and we've tended to bundle those fields together because they have ways of thinking and problem solving in common, so many students who gravitate towards one of those areas tend to feel some affinity in the other areas as well. We often these days talk about STEAM education. We add the A, which stands for the arts, in recognition that science and engineering has always had an artistic component, but in fact people who are artists might not see themselves as part of the STEM world, and in fact we really need that sort of artistic way of thinking as part of our STEM worldview.
There are kind of branching pathways that are available for our STEM education students. We have a double degree plan available for students where they can match their primary major in STEM education with an education degree as well. The other option is a Master's of Science in Education, where instead of doing 2 bachelor's degrees, you complete your primary degree in whatever field you're interested in, and then we add a year of student teaching and some expertise and master's classes. Mainly we recommend students, if they are undergrad, to start with the education minor. And that is mainly because if you're choosing between the double degree or the master's degree pathway, the minor really allows you to efficiently complete as many of the prerequisites as possible for either program. And so if you're kind of unsure but you know you're interested in education, the education minor is a great place to start.
There's 2 real reasons when I talk to students about why I see STEM education as critical, and one is the idea of STEM literacy for everyone. We certainly don't need or want everybody to be a scientist, engineer, mathematician, or technologist. We need lots of people to go into those fields, but there's lots of other great things to do with your life. But this is a world that increasingly is influenced by science and technology in so many things that we all do. And if we don't have basic literacy in the scientific fields, a basic understanding of how our world works, then first of all, we may not be able to make good decisions for ourselves and our families, and we may not be able to understand the issues that we're going to be asked to vote on and make decisions about as citizens. And then for folks who are interested in careers in STEM education, to recognize that an increasing percentage of the jobs of the future, the jobs that our current students are going to grow up and compete for, have a STEM component. And even in jobs that don't seem like they are STEM jobs, STEM skills are going to be critical. Of course, the most current example is artificial intelligence.
A lot of our students come in with transfer credit, and so you can meet with an advisor or a peer advisor to learn more about ways that we can efficiently apply your transfer credit in a really personalized way. As far as student teaching benefits go, we place all of our students at one location for the full academic year when they do their student teaching. And there are lots of benefits to that. You get to network and work with the same cooperating teacher, you get to grow and work with the same students, and you get to work with the same department and school for the whole academic year, which is really valuable. Our students at Oregon State complete more than 700 hours of practicum and student teaching experience before they ever become the official person in front of the classroom. Yeah, the first thing that students could do when they're interested in STEM education is talk to their primary advisor. Oftentimes, especially in our undergraduate programs, we have specializations within the College of Science that are specifically for secondary education that can prep you for the master's degree or for the double degree, either way. And then after learning about all of the options and kind of looking at introspectively and deciding what pathway seems to be the right fit, you can schedule an appointment to meet with myself and talk about declaration options or coming up with preparations or plans that align with what your goals are.
The critical piece of STEM education is not that kids need to know more and more facts about science or technology, it's that they need to be able to think and solve problems, use a critical way of looking at the world, understanding that we are part of the natural world. When we look at sort of things affecting us like climate change, wildfires, we are part of the ecosystem, we're part of the environment, and we all need to see ourselves that way. And STEM education and STEM teachers have a critical role to play in helping us all recognize that without that understanding of science, we are perhaps going in an unsustainable direction.